What's going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the red color, playing as Oranos. His name is Shelty. His opponent today in the blue color, playing as Odin. His name is Grass, and we have ourselves a water map. It's currently 2-0 in this best of 5 series. Grass has got a mountain to climb, but we've seen reverse sweeps happen time and time again. But Grass has got a mountain to climb now. He's got the Odin. He's playing against Oranos. Shelty gets, arguably, this is probably a better map for Oranos than say like a normal, like kind of medium hunt to high hunt map. Like a water map with back fish. Pretty good for Oranos, but I also think that Norse can do fairly well here as well. You just have to be very, very careful about what's going on. As Grass now, he scouts out the second water over on this position as well. So he's going to know that this is going to be separated and what sort of a map this one's going to be. This is sort of a weird mix between Midgard and Anatolia, in that the side waters are there, so you can kind of fight on those sides, and the back waters are there, which are kind of off limits. Plus, it's like relatively safe resources where that's concerned. So it's especially playing as Oranos, it's quite tough to get over there and want to interact on that water. So he's probably going to want to be a little bit more aggressive than normal and see what he can make happen where that's concerned. But in general here, I think your best bet with Odin on these sorts of maps against Atlantean is to go for some sort of a faster advance time. This is especially with the back safe fish, and like you've got Hunt on this map as well. You can see that here. There's these crazy Heimdall rushes, which I was saying that maybe Oranos is more favored here, but in hindsight, if you go for a crazy Heimdall rush on a map like this, especially with the giraffe that you can great hunt here as Odin and have 2 giraffes, a 4-minute advance time, 4:02 or 4:30 advance time or something like that, to push in and literally just flood the Oranos player early can be really, really tough here, because Oranos can only advance at 4:30 in this map. He can't go for a 4-minute advance because it's going to lose to pretty much everything else. So he has to play the safer route, get his fishing ships economy going, get his docks going up and all the other stuff to play safe around that. And if you rush him and he's not ready to defend, he loses. If he is ready to defend, he probably doesn't have that many fishing ships. So you get into this weird position where everyone's where you're basically on the offensive against the Oranos, and he's going to have some very, very difficult times there. But we'll see what sort of a strategy here that Grass is going to be going for. We do see some fishing ships scouting out, seeing exactly how many fishing spots are on this water. Where's the temple? Temple going up in the main base here. Just 1 dock for Grass and Groom at the moment. Probably going to be a decent advance time here for him. Same too for Shelty as he's getting his final fishing ships out. Temple coming up here as well. Final villager going to be moving in here as he's going to be force dropping his fishing ships in a way and advancing through Prometheus. There he goes. No surprises there. Lots of villagers moving over onto this gold here, as the Oracle does spot the fish on the side. The question is, does Shelty know that this is open here? He does. He knows that this is closed. He knows that this is closed. So he knows he can't just go for ships. So I imagine the reaction to this should be just spam buildings. As we see Freya coming through for Grass. This is very, very late for Grass. And he only has 1 dock down. So I'm not particularly liking what's happened here in the early game for Grass. I'm not sure what went quite wrong in the early game. Maybe he's not 100% sure about the build orders to go for on these sorts of maps, but it's never too late to continue building fishing ships. It is never too late to continue building fishing ships. And this is something for both players to be very much aware of. And I think that Shelty, he could send a villager over here to drop a dock. He could send a villager over here to drop a dock, continue to build fishing ships there. You can leave one villager on gold, for example, have more on wood and be completely fine. We see the house coming up there as Shelty is supply block, population blocked. I watched too much StarCraft in my days. Population blocked. But he's not going to be hurt there in the slightest because he's getting that mana up. Military barracks coming down as well. We do see that second dock coming up over here for grass. I have Orno in this corner, well worth picking up there as well. As the Oracle is scouting out exactly what's going on over here. More fishing ship out on this position. And we do see a dock over here. I wouldn't be upset with seeing a final dock on this position because these fishing ships, they're super inefficient. Every second that they're moving back and forth from this dock is like... Well, every 2 seconds is about one food lost. And once you get per scene, it's about every 1.5 seconds, it's a food lost. So you really want to get that dock up and just call it a day there. As the Valkyrie moving in onto this position does spot the villager here. Shelty can manually heroize this Mermilla. You don't see that enough from Oranos players in the early game. Just like, obviously you're delaying your Valor a little bit, but that's totally fine. Because you can just defend it easier. But it doesn't matter here. It looks like Grass not paying attention. His Valkyrie is going to move through. And we do see the Mermilla heroes coming in. Double Longhouse now up here for Grass. Triple Longhouse actually up here for Grass. One thing he could do is you could take all the villagers off of wood right now. He's got 15 villagers on wood. Or maybe take like, I don't know, 10, 11, maybe 11 villagers off of wood here. Build an ox cart and come up onto these water buffalo and enjoy those as an option there. But at the moment, he's just fishing economy. So 12 fishing ships is kind of like he's got roughly 6. Does he have himself the upgrade? Yeah, he's got per scene. So it's kind of like he's got 10-ish villages, 9-ish villages on food. So he's got enough to pump out those Ulfsarks, that's for sure. As the Scraling now going to try and sneak up onto this position here to drop a dock there. There are 2 Prometheans waiting, watching, wishing, dreaming. Will he get spotted here is the big question. Do they auto-attack? Yes, they do. It's a sad day to be an Ulfsark wanting to build a dock. As the army of Shelty starting to push in over here. 7 dwarves. The 7 dwarves. Is that why Squash came up with the 7 dwarf build strategy? Is he secretly a Snow White fan? What's the strat? Like you build 7 dwarves and then you start building gatherers. Because you can only have 7. 7 is the limit. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm sorry, guys. Raid's still coming in over here, but the Ulfsark's getting pushed back. They do have themselves their upgrade there. As Grass is now up to 700 wood. Not sure what's going on. Is the dock coming down over here? This Oracle is in position to spot this. And at any point here, I think Shelty can send a dock over here and build some fishing ships himself. Obviously, Grass here, he wants to be spending this wood that he's been gathering. This is why he's been gathering this wood, but he just hasn't had the opportunity to use it yet, which is allowing Shelty to have such a significant advantage here. Big shockwave onto these Ulfsark. Going to get a couple of kills here during this this stun period as the units are going to just pull away there. 2 end up falling, but shockwave down. First shockwave down. That's nice. As Shelty now pushing over here. More walls coming up onto this position as the Mermilla going to be moving through. Do see Finner, Ice Slinger going to attempt to push in there as well. Watchtower's coming through for Grass. He might want to consider some throwing axemen here, in all honesty. He is building them as he gets pushed off of this gold mine. And life can get very, very tough for him here. But he does spot one citizen out in the middle of nowhere here. He's got it. Oh, he does get the path block. I thought he was almost going to miss that one there as the army in the main base of Grass does decide to move out. Shelty could potentially spend the time taking these houses down, take this tower down, and push off of that gold mine. But the villagers now moving over here onto this large gold mine over here. With the dwarves sneaking over here, this is really smart from Grass because he's getting gold on both sides because he needs it. He's got 900 wood in the bank, no problems there. The dock up here, no fishing ships coming out. There we go with the 3 fishing ships out of that dock. As the Ulfsark pushing up onto this position, trying to take out these units and seeing what they can do. The medium Miller going to be pulling away there as Grass pulling back into this position over here. Longhouse coming up on that position as the villagers. No more gold for them. There is some cheeky hunt they could potentially jump onto, but not going to happen just yet. Percy now coming in for Shelty. I quite like this. The reason I like this is because he's gotten himself no upgrades and he gets the Percy first, but delaying it just means he's gotten everything out in a much more quick fashion, so to speak. He's gotten everything out very, very fast there as the Citizen coming through here. Will Grass spot this? The Hyena is coming in to help out as well. As this Citizen going to get that dock up significantly faster than this Ulfsark will. Grass not paying attention. He's going to be a little bit upset about that one. There's no way to stop this now with the Citizen being able to passive stance and finish the dock off. As we do see the Ulfsarks now moving down on the map. He's potentially going to attempt to snipe said Citizen there. Or is he going for the town center? He's going for the town center. He doesn't quite have the resources for it. But he does see this this Citizen here as a Bareem coming through. How fast can you kill a dock? Not faster than a Bareem can get trained. But Shelty is at full population, so he might be able to kill this one off. We'll see if Shelty's going to delete any units, though, is the big question to get that Bareem out as the Citizen is making a big break for it there. Fishing ships coming through for Grass still. As the Ulfsarks retreating back here. And the dock. Yeah, no attempt at deleting a unit, so no Bareem. The dock does end up getting taken out. Nice play here from Grass. Still controlling this game well, but Shelty is now going Hyperion. Hyperion is on the way. Grass will be able to get himself a heroic gauge, though. Most likely here. He's got the food income from all the fishing ships. He's got the gold. So long as he cancelled all these units, he can go to the heroic gauge. And then he's going to be able to have that brutally strong frost to take out an entire Shelty Oranos army here. As the Ulfsarks do turn around here to take this fight. With more units popping around over here, this Ulfsark does manage to get onto that Kyrie Ballister as Shelty going to attempt to retreat away from here. Hyperion now through. Grass pushing in to grab what seems to be this gold mine as the Grass units do get cancelled and Skadi does get clicked up. Super important to make that happen. Meanwhile, Ulfsark's pushing through. They do spot a Citizen here, but Shelty, he is on point in this game here. Really quick reactions onto the villagers over here. This is not what Grass needs here. He needed to be heroic age at this point, but he has defended here. The army going to be retreating away, and I think I like what Shelty is doing at the moment. I don't know if he's doing it on purpose, but holding that chaos for the first Frost Giant is a really, really smart way to play this. You don't want to use it before you see that Frost Giant. As the raid's hitting these villages, 2 Citizens getting picked off over here as the Satyr does pick off a Raven, and that Citizen is going to be going down. Town Center coming up on this position as well. As the Longhouse coming down here for Grass because he knows he's going to need more production here in this game. As the army pushing back in, Satyr is through. These throwing axemen are really, really strong here, but there are some Arcus pushing in as the army can continue to fight here. Grass does not need to take this fight, just needs to click Frost on this one, kill off the entire army, and he's going to be in a very, very happy time. Doesn't use the Frost though. I would 100% use Frost here. Just take the army victory here. But he's getting some good trades. Part of why you want to do this, Frost, is 1, you pick off the entire army, but 2, you can go to the Mythic Age really, really quickly. As the army pushing back in yet again, still no Frost here from Grass. He is holding on to it for a potential better use. And there he goes, does decide to use it. Hits every unit coming through as well with the exception of those 2 Arcus. And now he can take this fight nicely. Market going to be coming up. Mythic Age going to be coming through. Balder going to be on the way. With fishing ships to boot, so that's a big help as well. As a hill fort coming up onto this position, those dwarves could be moved forward onto a gold mine off into the side here as well. He doesn't really need wood, but nonetheless, can Grass win this fight after the dust settles? Getting himself access to Huskal is so huge. Where's the Frost Giant? Frost Giant over here. Frost Giant raids against the playing around that Hyperion. So smart from Grass here. So smart. As the Frost Giant going to come in, and the big thing about Frost Giant raids that's so brutal is it hits this citizen and he can't retreat anymore. That means the citizen dies no matter what. Once the frost has happened there, he just wins. As the Mermillo will be retreating away. Baldur is being clicked up, and now Shelty has got to get into full defender mode. As Grass here, he does get turned around on, but I like this army composition here for Grass to win these fights, though having to pick off those Satyr can be a little bit challenging as Shockwave does come through. Grass still pulling back, not wanting to take the fight all too much here. Huskar going to be popping out. Definitely need to send them onto the back. Forest Fire getting dropped in onto this position. There are some Herso here that if you can dive those in onto the Satyr, that would be a really, really nice way to play. Shelty does still have the population advantage here in this fight, but underneath Hillfort Fire, it becomes fairly equal after all is said and done. Plus, Catapult is not the best of units because there's no raiding cavalry in for Grass here, as Grass decides it's time to hit the go button. Shelty dropping down to 100 population, getting pushed back. The Frost Giant still taking down citizens over here with his Frost ability. We do see 2 Hero Mermillos on the hunt there to take that one down, but he's paid for himself in spades, picking off those citizens. Now the question is, does Grass go for the immediate rag, or does he just get town centers at this point? He's only got 27 villages, though he's got 24 fishing ships. So in a way, getting himself a town center here, or 2, getting himself a well-positioned market, means that after the rag, after the dust settles, after all the damage is done, he's going to be able to rebuild his economy. But if he clicks rag straight away, it's very all in, and it doesn't matter that he's got all of this economy coming through with the fishing ships. As there's the Mythic Age. And what is Grass going to decide to do here? He's sitting at full population. We do see that the Hyperion does get clicked there. A little bit mistiming on that one with the Fire Giant. There's the rag coming through. It's 167 population. That is nothing for a rag, but it might be enough here. It might be enough as Shelty pulls back. He does have himself sentry towers or watchtowers coming through, excuse me. No palaces anywhere. Gold mines on the map. How well does how well does Grass know the map? He sees a gold mine here. He sees a gold mine here. He sees a gold mine here. He knows where they all are. So he needs to spread his units out and get onto those gold mines immediately. You only really need to send 1 or 2 units up to each of the gold mines, and you're good to go for the gold staff to get started. It's the Fire Giant moving forward here. This Fire Giant here is not going to get Chaos for quite some time because Shelty unfortunately used that one a little bit early. It would have been amazing Chaos to be used at this point, but the Fire Giant does get that special attack off with that damage there onto those Arcus. Absolutely brutal there. As the population still 155 towers coming up around this town center. Shelty knows how important defending the home town center is here. He's still got 18 fishing ships out, building fish up to the top side of the map as well in a nice way. Moving up to the top side here to potentially take some villages off of this position. We do see an Ulfsark over here trying to snipe down some villages around the back as the army pulls away from this position. Going to be going for this town center. No defenses on this town center, but in all honesty, Grass probably shouldn't care all too much about that. Grass can also sell food that he's getting here and build himself some town centers. That's another way to play. Sell food, get himself the 300 gold. He's got 300 gold here, great, but also get himself the town centers up, but he's not actually going for that just yet. He could get a forward town center here if he wants, as the army retreating around here. And look at this from Shelty. How sneaky do you want to be? This is the gold mine for Shelty here, and Grass has got no clue. Grass has got no clue that these citizens are here. Shelty's going to grab this gold mine. No gold staff coming here. No real way for him to be spotting that one out, I would assume. As the army turns around, that Frost Giant still getting some good damage done, but Shelty here, he is biding his time really nicely so far, not overcommitting to any fights. Well, now he is. This is kind of going pretty badly for him in actuality, as the citizen over here getting taken down. Still 16 citizen remaining, 7 or 15 here if this one does get taken down, as the army pulling back to the main base here. And Grass here, he needs to be fanning out around the map here, figuring out what to do. Does he have some trade route started? No. He's got this Raven over here checking this one out. A citizen grabs this gold mine over here as well, as the town center going to be coming up on the front here. Fire Giant pulling back here. Not sure what the plan is with that bad boy, but Shelty's still full population here. He's stuck in the heroic age, but he's full population. He's almost got the resources going mythic age here as well. As the town center comes up here for Grass, going to be able to start making some villages, which he indeed is going to be doing, plus getting himself some fire giants here. And at this moment, Grass has to believe he's got some sort of a gold staff going, but he just does not see that. He just does not see that gold mine up here. Like, you've got to know that Oranos players are sneaky. Atlanta players are sneaky because they don't need to build a building to get up onto that position, or have, like, they could be anywhere on the map at any point, and you're not going to know because there's no need to build buildings there. And Shelty has been peak sneaky here, as this mana getting taken out, but the Heroes of Ragnarok here getting taken out as well. As Grass does pull away, the Heroes of Ragnarok going to swing around. It's the main base now starting to get targeted down. Hecate coming through now for Shelty means he's going to be able to get a palace up and get Fanatics out, and life is going to get very tough for Grass very, very soon here. The villager numbers starting to creep up, getting himself some nice wood over here. As the Heroes of Ragnarok going to take this fight nicely. I mean, a Tartarian Gate getting dropped on this hill fort is going to be so disgusting. Town Center coming up over here as well. And surely Grass is going to be going, how is he affording all of this stuff with no gold? How is he affording it with no gold? Crenellation's also coming through for Shelty. I'm not sure if that's going to be all too much help, but the units pushing through. Do we see almost not back up just yet? That chaos has got to be through really soon here. I'm sure he's going to use that one immediately. There's no heroes on this position either. As the Fire Giants, they can take down this hometown center very fast. Hecate coming through. This is not something which Shelty wants to lose here. Do you see Mason's coming through? Not just yet. Chaos does get utilized there, and that Fire Giant targeting down Grass's Fire Giant there is absolutely gigantic. Meanwhile, defending on this position, pushing the units away. Arcus coming back in here to defend. Grass is he's at a decent amount of population, in all honesty, in terms of his economy here with the 24 fishing ships, 17 villages. But I would have liked to have seen a nasty trade route started as well. Unfortunately, not happening here for Grass as he pulls back. Fire Giant in this position to defend. Hecate through. Tartarian Gate going to get dropped. 100% you drop it here, right? Did you drop it on the temple? No. Or maybe you do. He's going in. He's looking for the Tartarian Gate. There's plenty of heroes here, plus the Fire Giants to take this one out. So it's not that big of a deal. But the Lampede is the big deal here. This one is a really strong unit to deal with these Fire Giants as the units pushing through. Oop, taking out those units retreating away. No micro. Got to be careful. Does manage to do that. Oop. Grass is falling victim to the... That's okay. He's attacking it now. There's this weird... I don't know if it's a bug or whatever, but you can target the Tartarian Gate in its first animation, and then it changes into a building after that, and then the units stop targeting it for some reason. So you have to wait until it finishes its first animation to attack it. Otherwise, the units will just stop attacking it. It's weird. I don't really understand it. But now, Shelty pushing forward. Grass is still... I mean, he's got his work cut out for him now to hold this position. He doesn't have any gold mines apart from this one. The Tartarian Gate gets dealt with. Fire Giants pushing forward. Lampede is ready to cause problems here, and Grass is not paying attention, and Shelty says, thank you very much. I will convert that one, and you will have to deal with that. Thank you very much there. And he's going to wait another 20 seconds and try and do the same on the other Fire Giant. Really nice play from Shelty there as he's pushing forward onto this gold mine. Arc is going to be able to pick off the Ox Cart there to cause some serious problems. Can he garrison it? No. Ox Cart down. There is another Ox Cart over here, though, for Grass if he wants to send that one forward. I see Ulfsark's coming up over here, going to be checking out this town center. And see two citizens over here being very sneaky. Nice Fire Giant pulling back here. Huskal, though, they're going to be able to clean up these Arcus really easily here. As the Lampede going to get targeted down there. Nice little conversion there onto the Huskal, though. That's a high value unit, but it does look like the Lampede... Oh, no, maybe she's going to get away from that one there. As one citizen goes down, the second citizen over here going to fall as the villagers now come up onto this gold mine, and Grass finally goes, 3,000 gold? I'll let you get 3,000 gold! Ah! And the citizens now leave. So, Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Nothing to see here. Just 3 citizens. It was 5, but 3 citizens retreating away. Do-do-do. And now Grass can grab this town center over here, I guess, as the game gets to move into a bit of a late game to some degree. But now all the units are coming up here for Shelty, and he might be able to grab this town center and get 3 to 2 town centers or 3 to 3 town center advantage here moving forward. As the raid coming through for Grass. Picking off villages is a big thing. Shelty's still very quick. He's such a quick player, Shelty. And this is like his reactions and his paying attention to the map. Always at the top of his game. One thing to be thinking about is always like, where is my opponent's army? If you don't know where it is, just look at the minimap. If you do know where it is, you can kind of ignore it. It's I think this is a really important RTS skill to be having, is kind of tracking your opponent's army movements. Like, where is he? He's doing nothing. Okay, he's raiding me, obviously. He's got to be doing something. As the Heroes of Ragnarok swing it around onto the Lampedi over here. Now Grass pushing up. Oh, the Lampedi gets another Fire Giant kill. And there's a Fire Giant at least here to deal with it. But, man, that's so brutal. This Lampedi is paid for, not only paid for itself, it was free, but paid for the Mythic age. Plus more. I think that's 3 Fire Giants, maybe. 3 Fire Giants. He's killed. She's killed. So Grass going to be pulling away there, and where to next here for Grass? He's got this gold mine secured. He needs this town center. Shelty, though, he's getting himself champion infantry. Does he have a palace yet? Look at how beautiful this base looks, though. Just take a quick appreciation for just the nice little positionings of those buildings there. All right, where's the palace? Once fanatics start coming through here, that's when it becomes really tough for the Norse in these sorts of matchups. Because how do you kill fanatics? Well, throw an axeman, kill fanatics, but fanatics actually do more damage to them because they only get 125% bonus damage. So they're dealing, what, like 12 damage or something a second to the fanatics. Whereas the fanatics, I can't actually see how much they do. There they are. They're doing 100% bonus damage, doing 20 damage a second. So they're doing more damage, and they cost 3 population, though. So mathematically speaking, they're pretty good. Fourth Fire Giant. Apparently 4 Fire Giants from that Lampedi. As the town center going to be going down over here. You do see Shelty coming up to try and defend this one. It does look like Grass has kind of gotten his economy back into working order here. But the town center over here has fallen. Was this... Oh, Shelty did go for a siege beam attack onto this town center. Obviously, that was going to be a possibility here. Imagine getting a dock down here as well, getting some siege attacks onto that position. This town center is maybe not going to go down here as the citizens are repairing it back up. Throwing axemen don't do that much damage to buildings. As Grass going to be pulling back here. And what can Grass really do at this point? I mean, hitting the gold continuously can be a really nice way to slow down your opponent. Shelty's getting himself quarry here. He knows he needs to get onto these gold mines, but consistently raiding gold in these positions is probably the best way to go. Fire Giant's getting some good damage done over here as the raiding cavalry pulling back, trying to get onto those Arcus. Those Mamilo are doing some good damage there. Throwing Axeman, helping out nicely. How the armory upgrades looking pretty decent there for Shelty at this point. And obviously with the bronze mail, that's okay there for Grass as well. And now we see Grass trying to get this town center up. We see this town center coming up here as well. And Grass needs to get some more villagers out here. He does have this gold mine here. He's mostly protecting this position here. Ulfsark's coming through that Murmillo, taking down that Oxguard is going to be really annoying. This town center is almost up. If Shelty can put a little bit of pressure onto that one, that would be huge. Citizens getting taken down on this position. They're all going to get picked off there as the villagers pulling away now. As the villagers get pushed off of this gold mine here again. Fire Giants pushing in to take out this town center after the dust from that fight settles. Still, this gold mine is getting grabbed as that's something that Grass, 1 or 2 units, just continuously sending them over there. Maybe a Ford Longhouse or something would be a pretty good way to go to continue keeping, Shelty or Grass keeping himself in this game. As the villagers really getting pushed off. Another Lampede is in. He doesn't have the Asper's blood, does he? This upgrade is really, really fun. 25 pierce damage if the Lampede is killed. And that includes if you delete it. And these villagers, they've only got 65 HP. So if you have 3, I believe, it might be 3 or 4 Lampedes, and you get them into the center and you delete them all, you're going to kill all the villagers. It's not a great use of 250 gold, 25 favor, but it makes for a good clip. I recommend you, there's a great clip on YouTube of Nakamura doing it in a deathmatch game. It's so funny. He's just like, all the villagers die. It's great. Go check it out. Nakamura RTS. As the villagers do make it back to this gold mine over here, can he grab this position? We do see some random units in the top corner of the map there as the Lampedes are still out. They're going to be searching to take out those fire giants there. As Grass is down to 113 and 140 pop. He does have fortified town centers. But he does need to continue fighting up here to grab this town center back and potentially secure this gold mine. Because this gold mine's going to expire soon. This gold mine's going to expire soon as well. But he can take his time on it. Just to get his units out as well, obviously. Up. Oh. Sometimes you would really prefer to have your fire giants not use their special attack. If they didn't use their special attack, that Lampede would have died before the special attack came off. Sometimes one of the wishes for mythology would be to have a toggle for your old fire giant, for your old special units, special abilities, a toggle to turn it off. There's the champion Mermillo. Arcus retreating away. Little cheeky raids still coming through here for Grass. And Grass losing those 2 fire giants is so gigantic. There are a couple of Herso that can come over and take those out. Lampede is back. And does he get another one? Another fire giant! Grass is not controlling this well at all. This is just a masterclass of speed and slickness here. Obviously 4.3 speed is more than 3.2 speed, a significant amount more, but you get the line of sight. You see the Lampede coming through. You've got to pull back and focus that one down. You cannot leave the fire giant there sitting, waiting, watching. Does this Herso even win this fight? Okay, he does. All right. We do see a palace coming up on the front to start securing the gold over here as well. Shelty still has some idle units up the top. I think he's got, I don't think he uses idle military banner. There's some old school experts who just never turned idle military banner on. And I've never understood why. There's this banner. It's really good. Let me see if I can see it. No, it doesn't. There we go. 3. 3. You can shift click on this and you can move it over. It's super good. The army coming through over here. Champion archers, bronze weapons, husbandry coming through for Shelty. His economy is kicking into overdrive right now. We are still seeing some great raids onto these citizens though, as Shelty losing all of these, not paying attention there. He's still got these 5 citizen on this gold mine over here, but he's in for some trouble here if he continues to lose those gold villagers as the army colliding on this position, though Huskar cannot get through those Mermillo on that fight, so Grass decides to pull away for the time being. And it looks like now Grass is actually gold starved. He does have a little bit of gold back up here that he can sneak these villagers up to if he wants. But he's actually gold starved now. Hill Fort up here wouldn't be a bad idea. We see the town center up. Palace is up. Chef's kiss for the old palace before the settlement. Love it, love it, love it. Means that these units are going to come up over here and they're going to be very upset. And they have to kill off that palace and defend this town center, which is not going to be easy. That's the Huskar coming out. One cheeky destroyer coming through here. Citizen does end up getting sniped down. Raiding cavalry over on this position can hit those villagers on that gold mine there as well. As villagers garrisoning inside this town center. Effectively just 12 Miller. Little known fact is that Lampedes deal 10 crush. They're actually really good against buildings as well. So you want to be using that one to take out the town center as well. As the army now coming through to try and put a stop to this pressure. And Petey getting targeted down by these Herser at this point. Will he kill it? Yes, he does. Kills that one off with a throw and axeman there to finish it off. The villagers popping out. Fire siphon in. Palace up here does get shut down, but a fanatic popping out. More fanatics are going to be popping out of here. That might actually pick off every single one of those Huskal here if Grass isn't paying attention. And in the end there, Grass does decide to tap out. He's just not able to continue in this game. Shelty too strong. After all is said and done, that Ragnarok, that gold sneak, 3,000 gold on this gold mine. I think if he had got the gold star, he would have won this game for sure. But Shelty, the snake, strikes again. I love that nickname. So good. If you guys enjoyed it, congratulations to Shelty. Goes on to the semifinals yet again, making the semifinals in one of these like random god tournament situations, really showing how good of a player he is. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next game.